What's up, Chodes? How's it going, guys? I gotta come up with a name to call my listeners. Instead of just like listeners or like fans. Like God, I don't. I hate the word fans. You know, because I don't know. It just sounds like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's almost like how do you know that they're fans? Like what is like a fan? Is a fan just like a normal person who enjoys something? Like I'd say I'm a fan of Star Wars or something. That's because I really like Star Wars, right? But let's say, am I a fan of like the Mission Impossible series? I don't know. I enjoy them, but like, is that a fan? It's kind of confusing. Like, are fans stands? That's another thing. I hate stands. The thing I hate more than fans is stands. I hate stands. Okay? Just because they're just so annoying. For the most part. It's just because, like, especially on Twitter, everyone makes memes and they joke about like K-pop stands and stuff like that and how they're just like obnoxious, which they totally are. Okay? If you've ever been on Twitter for more than 5 seconds, you probably know what I'm talking about. But they're just like super annoying. Because stans are worse than fans because they think that they're better than everyone because they're a fan of a certain person or something like that. Or they think they're better than everyone because they know the most about somebody they've never even met. Well, actually, they probably did because they probably go to like those meet and greet things. But I mean, there's got to be some that are like they call themselves stans, and they've never even met the person they're obsessed with. It's like how weird is it that you know everything about somebody who doesn't even know you exist? It's like that old Disney Channel movie Starstruck. It was like the main character's sister or something and her friend. They were like obsessed with the pop star dude. They knew like everything about him. And like the movie was basically making fun of them and like showing them off as weird. But for some reason, I guess people watched that movie and they said, "You know what? I'm about to become that girl's sister." I'm about to do what that movie was making fun of. It's like, why do you know so much about somebody who you don't even know? Like, because also like once you meet them, what the fuck are you gonna talk about? You meet them and you're like, oh, I like surfing, and then the person's like, yeah, I do too. And it's like, yeah, I already knew that. It's like, okay, well, I guess this conversation's over. Because you already know everything about them. You can't like build a relationship off of that. Because like the beginning's gonna be so awkward because you're gonna know everything. Why do you know everything? And it's like even weirder when like they know things that they shouldn't or something. It would be like from like some rare obscure clip or something like that of this celebrity doing or saying something, and the stan is going to have it memorized because they've seen everything. They know everything about the person, and they go up and they mention it, and the celebrity's like, how the fuck do you even know that? But yeah, but anyways, I gotta come up with a name for you guys. Chodes is funny, right? But I don't know. I would assume most people don't like being called a chode. Maybe I can make it a little bit more unique, a little bit more fun. I can call you guys chodesters. Like, what's up, my chodesters? No, but I gotta come up with something. Because like that just seems like that just seems like something that everyone does. Like everyone who has I'll call it an audience. Everyone who has like an audience or something has like a name for them. Like Justin Bieber and his Beliebers. You know? Then like Jake Paul and his Jake Paulers. You know, the most creative name ever for your fans. Just your real name with an ERS at the end. Jake Paulers. So, I mean, like, the bar's set low for a creative name to come up with. Okay? If a popular dude actually legitimately calls this audience Jake Paulers, I mean, Chodesters is like probably the most creative name ever. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta come up with a name for you guys. But anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm here recording as usual. I have no plans. I don't even know why I keep telling you guys that. I mean, it should just be known at this point. You know, it's just like you should already come in knowing that I'm not gonna have anything planned. But actually, I guess I low key do, because I saw something this week, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this in my episode. So I'm on Instagram, and one of the most annoying things about Instagram is that they just have an ad like all the time, and it'll be like, it's not even just like the normal ads where it shows like a post from like I don't know, like Twisted Tea or something like that, whatever it is. They'll have like ads, quote unquote, for like people to follow or something. Or they'll just have like reels on my homepage of just like, hey, you should watch these. Okay? I don't fucking watch reels. I don't like reels. I'll tell you that, I've seen some reels before, but it's not like I sit around and I'm like, you know what? I want to see what's new on reels. Like, I go on Instagram, okay? Check out the Discover page a little bit, and then I leave. That's literally all I really do on Instagram. But I mean, I guess I kind of go through the homepage a little bit, but yeah, the homepage, well, I guess it's pretty much everywhere. They just have ads for like everything, reels, people to follow, and all this stuff, and they also have just like the regular ads where it has like a post from some random company or whatever. But anyways, I saw this one. It was giving me a list of people I should follow or something like that. Which also, another thing, I don't know why they keep showing me, because I never take them up on the offer. I'm like, just because, solely for the reason that you're telling me to follow these people, I'm not going to follow them. I'm sorry. And it'll be like random people I don't even know. I'm like, why are you suggesting some random person I've never even met? Be like, oh, you should follow TJ. Who the fuck is TJ? I don't know anybody named TJ. So like, why are you suggesting that to me? Hey, make sure you follow Janica. Who the fuck is Janica? Like, I'm not expecting them to know the people that I know. I just expect them to be like, hey, he's never going to follow anybody that we suggest, so maybe we should just stop suggesting people. That's what I wish Instagram would figure out. They should finally just realize, dude, I'm not going to follow them. But anyways, I was going through the homepage, and of course they had the people suggested to follow. And, you know, every once in a while, I do check out some of the people. You know, I don't know why. I just like sort of just check to see if it's maybe it is someone that I would want to follow, right? So sometimes I check, but I almost 100% of the time I've never followed them. But anyway, so I saw this one account, kind of piqued my interest, so I looked at it and I read the bio, and I can't remember exactly what the bio was, but it was something really weird. I think I can find it real quick. Okay, so this was the bio. It said something like, think post quality, but casual Instagram with the audience of a spam. Okay, and I read that and I'm like, so Finsta, basically. Like, why don't you just say it's a Finsta? Or, like, honestly, you don't even have to specify that your account is a spam or a Finsta. I mean, you really don't. Okay, the posts will give it away. Plus, the people who follow your spam are most likely going to be following your main anyways. So it's like they'll know whatever the second account is not your main. But, I mean, maybe this is going back to what I was talking about a while ago. About, like, new slang terms and stuff like that. And how things have different meanings elsewhere. You know, because, like, basically that description, to me, says Finsta. Maybe this person doesn't know what a Finsta is. Or maybe I don't know what a Finsta is. Maybe I'm the one that's confused, and I'm like, maybe I was lied to. But also, at the same time, I was also looking at it, and I'm like, also, like, what's the audience of a spam? Like, what does that even mean? Like, there's not really a difference in audience. Also, what do you mean audience? What are you making, like, content or something? Like, I would never call people who follow my social media as my audience. Because, like, they're not. At least in the way that I'm thinking of the word audience. I think audience is, like, you guys listening right now. You know, it's people who listen for me, you know? Like, I guess people, they follow other people on social media for their posts, but it's like, I don't go on Instagram solely looking for a specific person's posts, you know? So I'm not this person's audience. I'm just someone who follows someone else, I guess. But also, like, the other thing was talking about, like, quality posts but casual Instagram. What does that even mean? What is casual Instagram? What's non-casual Instagram? What is formal Instagram? I thought Instagram, by its nature, was casual. You know, like Twitter's casual, I would say. Like, what's non-casual? Like, what could possibly not be non-casual? I guess maybe chaotic. Maybe some of those, like, meme accounts that just post, like, crazy memes or something like that. Like some of, like, the deep fried memes. Maybe that will be non-casual Instagram. But, like, who refers to Instagram like that? I mean, obviously, I guess this person. But, like, anyone, I've never met anyone who's like, oh, follow my main if you like formal Instagram. Follow my spam if you like casual. Or, I guess maybe spam, this person's definition, spam is non-casual? Because they had to specify that this one was going to be a casual Instagram. So, like, I've never had anyone be like, oh, you should follow my spam, but be warned, it's going to be casual. Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. I guess maybe main would be formal. I guess I can kind of see that. But I don't know what, because if spams are non-casual and your main is formal, then what is, like, regular casual? Like, I don't know. Or maybe your main is casual, then what is formal? Is that like business accounts only? Like, I don't know. This person's gonna have to explain it. Be like, hey, this is what I mean by this. It's like, but also, like, at the same time, you don't have to use that many words. You could just say, so-and-so's Finsta. And I'll know right away, it's not a spam, but it's also not a main. You know? But anyways, when I saw that, when I saw that bio, it kind of got me thinking about just like people's bios in general and how like weird some bios are. You know, and I know that maybe I'm not really one to talk because I don't really have a bio on my account, but also maybe I'm the perfect person to talk about it because I don't have a bio. So I could talk about which bios are weird. I don't know. But I don't know, there was just like some bios that I was thinking of that I've seen like some people or a lot of people use, and it's just kind of weird. And honestly, sometimes they're kind of cringe. I gotta say. You know, like some of the ones that come to mind first are like the really tacky ones, where like whoever the person is, they put like, I don't know, like a million emojis in their bio or something like that. And like, I know that the bio is meant to literally be a bio of yourself, but like, most people don't do that. But then there's some people that do. But then they also add like a million emojis along with it. So, like, I don't know, you just go on, it just looks weird. And like I said, they have to specify everything about themselves. Like, where they're from, where they're going. And also like dates. They have like dates in their bio. And like usually it's for someone who passes away or a relationship. Though I don't know. Honestly, after all the shit I've seen on Twitter of people like using that shit against people in arguments, I don't even know why anyone would even want to put the date of like someone who passed away in their bio. Because like, dude, you're just opening yourself up to be bullied. Like, just leave that out. Also, plus like what is that doing to everyone who goes to your account? I go to your account, read your bio, and I'm like, great, now I'm depressed because like your mom passed away last year or something. It's like, now I'm sad. Now I feel bad for you. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't. That's tough. Like why? Like why? Also, what does that tell me about you? I don't know. But also, like, people, they put dates in their bio for, I'm assuming it's relationships. Because, like, because also, these are the same people that put, like, a million emojis in their bio. So, like, the most obvious one where you know that it's a relationship is they'll put a date and they'll put somebody's name with a heart or something like that. And, like, also, just by the way, that in itself is just cringe. Like, seriously, you had to put that in your bio? Come on, like, I care? But also, like, sometimes they don't even put the person's name or a heart, but they'll put, like a padlock emoji. I'm assuming that still means relationship, because I guess that means you're locked in a relationship? I don't know. What would be really funny is if, like, the day you break up with the person, you put that date and you put, like, the unlock padlock emoji. Just let everyone know who comes to your account, like, I'm single, by the way. So I bet someone has done that. I hope someone has done that. That would just be funny, you know, just to be like the complete opposite of what other people do. Other people, they put a date and a lock to show that they just like it's the date that they officially started dating or whatever. You just put the date that you broke up with someone with the unlocked. I'm saying like that would tell me more about somebody. Because now I know this person's single. But also, like, yeah, there's that. Which, like I said, like, that's just, like, cringe. It's tacky, it's cheesy. Like, I mean, like, you can do whatever you want in your bio, honestly. But it's just, like, I don't know. Every time I saw that, I always cringe every time I saw that type of shit. I'm like, come on, you have to let people know that you're dating somebody. Also, that kind of seems insecure, in my opinion. You're insecure about your relationship that you have to let everyone know that your significant other's taken or something. I don't know, but yeah, but that's like that type of stuff isn't even like the worst type of bios, you know? Because there are some like really cringe ones out there. Like the people who put like puns in their bio. Come on. Puns? Are you serious? I don't know why, but I think the only like actually no. Nowadays I wouldn't even think that this is acceptable. I was gonna say like an acceptable one would be like a quote. But not like a cliche quote. You know, like I'm so tired of seeing the quotes. This is the quote that literally every jock uses, you know? It's the one that says something like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, or something like that. It's like, thanks, generic jock 72, for those inspiring words. Definitely haven't seen that quote before. Ever. You know, like, you're the first. Congratulations. Also, like, I don't even understand, like, why jocks feel like they have, like, every single one feels like they have to put that in their bio. It's like, do you guys not follow your other fellow jocks? And do you not see that literally all you have the same exact bio? Oh, and they also put, like, the emoji of whatever sport they play next to it, like a football or a baseball or some shit. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, make your bio, I don't know, something not cringe. I don't really have any ideas for a non-cringe bio. I guess like a legitimate, meaningful quote. Or maybe even like a joke. A good joke, okay? No puns. Okay? Stop with the puns. Like the puns I think the puns are probably like the worst ones. And like those the super cheesy ones, you know, where it's like, oh, when life doesn't go right, go left. Just shut the fuck up. Come on. Like what? Also, like, what does that even mean? When life goes wrong, then to go left. What do you mean? Go left. What exactly does that mean? Okay, if something goes wrong. Like, what? But there's also the ones where it's like, you know, don't study me, you won't graduate. Or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm studying you. Yeah, you're the center of the universe. Like, no one's studying you. Okay? Sorry to burst your bubble, but nobody is. Then there's also the other ones where it's like, sending my selfies to NASA because I'm a star. Shut the fuck up, dude. Are you serious? Like these like joke, these are the bad joke ones. These ones I'm like, I don't even know how you thought that this was gonna be good. Like you type that out and you're like, yeah, everyone's gonna love this. Like, do you not have your bios checked by other people? Like, do you not say, like, hey, is this a good bio? But then again, I don't think anyone does that. I never did that. But, like, if you're a type of person who comes up with these type of cringe bios, maybe you should run it by somebody when you change your bio. But yeah, and then, like, oh, and then, along with the sending selfies to NASA or whatever, like, the self-centered ones, there's also the ones where it's like, oh, keeping it real sense, and then they put like their date of birth or whatever. It's like what? Like I don't know. Just like that type of stuff is just, I read that and I'm like why? Why did you decide that this was gonna be your bio? I'm sorry to everyone out there who's listening that has these types of bios. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I know I sound like an asshole right now, but like, I'm not trying to be. I'm just giving my opinion on certain things. And it's not like, Like when I see those type of bios, like I'm not gonna like hate you or anything. I just kind of read it and I'm just like, oh, you could change it. You could change it to something better. But hell, like, people could have an opinion on my bio or whatever, or my lack of bio. They'd be like, hey, maybe instead of making fun of all these people's bios, maybe you should get a bio of your own. See how hard it is to come up with a good bio. Which honestly it is, because I can't even come up with one right now. But yeah, it's just, a lot of these bios are just, they could be better. But I think a lot of people are sort of figuring that out, because a lot of the time, most of the time now, I see people, they've been changing their bios to be like, I don't know, whatever college they're going to. That seems to be just like the generic bio now. Everyone's getting away from these tacky, cringe bios. But I mean, there's still some out there. But at least these are the people that I see. But also, there's also the ones where, these ones don't bother me too much, but they're just one of those things where it's just like, why the fuck do I care? But it's the people that put in their bio like where they're from and then where they moved to, or even just like where they're from or whatever. It's just like, why do I care? People would say like, oh, they'll put like it's like the emoji of like a tack or whatever, and it says Atlanta, then there's like an arrow and then another tack and it says like Chicago or something like that. I'm like, why do I care that you're from Atlanta? Okay. And like, why do I care that you went to Chicago? But also, like, I don't even understand like like, I guess you could put down like where you're at, I guess. For anybody who potentially wants to follow you, they know that you're in their area or something. I don't know. I don't understand the point of it, but if that's your goal, why did you put like where you're from though? Like, why do you have to specify you're from this place and you moved here? Like if I moved to California or whatever, I wouldn't put in my bio Florida to California, because like, I mean, at least the way our world is now, with just like everyone's moving all the time. It's like, it's not like that you move to California and you're like the only Floridian who ever moved to California. There's gonna be people that moved there from like Maryland, fucking like Canada and some shit. Like, there's gonna be people who move there from everywhere. So like, you're not unique if you're from some other place and you moved somewhere. And also, if that's not even your point, like, are there like conventions or something that you can go to? The conventions of people from Florida to California? Floridians living in California convention is in town. Like, and they have to verify that you're actually from Florida, so they check your bio and they're like, okay, well, at least it says that you're from Florida and California, so you're good. What if that's like how we did things, like your identification was whatever you put in your bio? Where they're like, okay, time to go through TSA, let me just pull up your Instagram account real quick. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know, at least like bios on like Twitter and Instagram, they're not like, I don't know, I guess I know the point is they want you to put like literally facts about yourself, but like, you don't do that. It also seems weird to me if you like went to someone's account and they just have like their legitimate bio or whatever on their account. Because now I feel like I know too much about you. But yeah, and just like, I don't know, that kind of stuff has just been on my mind. Like when I saw that one bio, I just started thinking about all the cringy bios out there. But yeah, I wanted to check to see if there was like some of these ones that I found, like they were legitimate bios that I found from people. But I wanted to see if I could find like more and see if I could find some like really bad ones. And so I just did like a really quick Google search or whatever for like bad Instagram bios. I know I could have done a little bit better digging than that, but you know, I was kind of lazy when it came to research for this thing. But yeah, and when I looked up bad Instagram bios, like they were just giving me like bios where you would look at it and you don't think, "Oh, that's bad." You would think, "Oh shit, that's bad." You know? Like social media has effectively changed the word bad to basically mean like good. You know, like, "Oh shit, you bad," you know, and like that's a good thing or something like that. So like now when you go onto Google and you type in like bad whatever, they're going to show you a bunch of good shit because that's essentially the definition of bad now. So I had to look up cringe Instagram bios. And like, but even then, like I couldn't find any like legitimately cringe ones. The only like cringe ones I found were like people's legitimate bios. Which makes me feel bad for putting them on blast, because it's not like I just looked up generic cringe bios. I found like people's legitimate bios that they typed out and like published or whatever. So hey, sorry guys, but you know, whatever. I digress. I don't actually know what that means, but I've always wanted to say it. Also, this past week I went to I was at Port Canaveral here in Florida, and because like my favorite restaurant is out there. So I'm sitting at the restaurant, and you know, there were some cruise ships in, because you know I fucking love cruise ships, and like this restaurant is like right at the port. It's like right on the water, you know, and that was one of the reasons why it's my favorite restaurant, because you go to this restaurant and like when the cruise ships leave, they like go right by the restaurant. And like, come on, you guys know how much I love cruising and cruise ships in general. So also the food is just awesome there. It's a great ambiance and all that shit, you know. But yeah, so I went there and I was taking some photos and I was so close to posting some of the photos on like my Instagram story of like the blue ass water and shit, but I was like I can't, because I just made fun of everyone who does that type of shit. Like post photos of like blue ass water and all that stuff. Who knows, maybe you guys probably you guys don't even care, but also like I had no real necessity to post that shit. Like, I mean, no one really has any necessity to post anything. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to cover that real quick, that I almost caught myself doing that fart content. You know, the fuck around, relax, and travel. Though I wasn't traveling. But you already know that if I did go on a cruise, I'd be all in on that fart content. I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, fuck you guys, see my vacation. You guys are going to see this blue ass water and you're going to like it. So yeah, but I caught myself, you know, because I'm like, hey, I just made fun of these people, so I don't want to become them. So I'm just gonna hold off on doing that real quick. But it was a good experience. Like, I love that restaurant. Fucking love that restaurant. The food is awesome. I love being like right there at the water and seeing the ships and all that shit. And I can't wait to go on another cruise, dude. I miss it so much. I haven't been on a cruise in like 2 years or something crazy like that. I could use another one. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. So if you Chodesters enjoyed the podcast, I can't call you guys Chodesters. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a review. Liking and leaving reviews help me out a lot. So, how about you do that? As my fans... No, I can't call you guys that. No. Well, maybe I can call you guys, like, since it's lion on Maine, what if I called you guys my little lion cubs? No, that's just too cute. I can't call you guys cubs. Really? Nah. Chodes. Chodes is good. My little chodesters. Anyways, yeah. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, do all that shit. And follow my social media at RealJLions. Maybe you will see some fart content coming. Maybe. If you like that type of shit, you get some fart content. Also, follow this podcast on social media at follow at RealJLions, but also follow at Lion on Maine, both on Instagram and Twitter. And that was a really cringe outro, but fuck it. Well, we're just gonna roll with it. So catch you guys in the next episode. Love you. I don't know. Do I?